It's been settled. I'm walking to California. I don't know how that's going to work with my benefits and that I'm receiving right now. Like, what? I don't want my case to close out, and I don't know if you can use food stamps for Illinois as in another state. But it's settled. I'm walking to California. I don't know when, but I do better walking than I do in a cramped car. Because I'm tall and I'm long, and I took this to prayer and meditation this morning, and I don't know what I'm gonna do for cash and food along the way. If I'm gonna wind up hitchhiking or not, and encounter some sexist people along the way, and they insist on giving me a ride, or if they put me on a Greyhound for most of the trip. But I took this to prayer, and it's looking like I'm walking there, and I got long legs, so I don't want to keep the fans waiting. You know, when I'm thinking about inching my way to Missouri, making a couple of trips to Missouri, I'm gonna set this free. I found a homeless shelter there. You know, I'm gonna test. I told y'all one time I was doing duo stays before, because we're one. This is a good business move. Where one operation is suffering, you bounce back and forth between two of them. You know, one compensates the other, like a brother and sister supposed to help each other. They don't always go that way, you know. So I'm going to use Missouri where Illinois is lacking, and I'm going to do that for a while. Bounce back and forth to Missouri to Illinois. I don't know where I'm going to sleep just yet and be housed just yet, but this homeless shelter and how much walking and how many days, how many months, how long it's going to continue to snow, and how long God, like Oregon Trail, like how long God want me to do this. And so that's the kind of the play right now. But not, we're talking months from now, because I got to get some things together, like get some food saved up, get some things lined up in Missouri, get some things lined up in California, and so I won't be vocal in telling all my business and if I've started those trips or not, but I will get some footage for y'all. And because I don't want people following me, I don't want people putting. Not everybody is for me, not everybody is for Kylie, and I don't want people putting a chink in our chain. And she might come here for me now. I don't want people knowing that she's here, and because we having a real problem with fans harassing us and stuff. You seen what happened to Princess Diana when they were following her? Those follows got out of hand, and people didn't take her life seriously, and they were following her that day she died. They were following her, and the case got nowhere. But whoever that was will be blessed in the kingdom of God. I'm pretty sure they're blessed now. It was one person, I don't know who it was bold enough and strong enough to say, if paparazzi wasn't following her so hard to get an interview, if they weren't following her like that, she wouldn't have been pushed and the driver wouldn't have crashed. The driver was trying to get away. That's how crazy the fans went over her. And that's what I'm telling you I'm experiencing right now. It's beyond my comfort level. I find myself in some dangerous situations where I'm pushed, and so I'm not the only person who has a heavy influence in this life. You be careful. Don't let no. My uncle told me once. Don't let nobody push you in different things, and you leave when you get ready to leave a situation. Because whoever that was, let them people push, and he it caused him to crash that car, and because he let those people, those fans, push him, and he killed. You know, and my condolences, even though it's happened a long, very long time ago. It stays with you. Death stays with you. He lost his. That was an untimely death for Diana, and she struck me as the kind of person that didn't play. But so it is what it is, and just those follows. What I'm telling you is, if you are a celebrity figure of any sort, if you are you have a heavy influence in the communities, such as myself. Now I have a video up that's called "The Follows." That was a heavy follow. She was being followed that day. You, any follow you get, take it seriously, because you were trying to get away from these people, and it sounds like to me, from what the person said, they tried to get him for a manslaughter charge. She tried to sue the paparazzi, tried to sue the reporters. Is that those follows pushed her and the driver into an unsafe situation? So that's why I keep a close watch on the people who follow me, and the ones that they you know, not all of them try to push me, but some try to push me into some danger, and just to get a glimpse, just to get close, just to smell my hair. So I'm careful about. I take each follow that I get seriously. You need to take your follows seriously. If you got people, not just your online ones, in person, and they following you and they don't give a shit about your safety. They following you so hard to where they almost push you out in traffic to get behind you and smell you, just to talk to you. Don't feel guilty about being a bitch to them. Just straight ignore them. You trying to get across the road and they trying to get an autograph or get a picture, a sneaky photo of you. Put your own safety first, and that's how that person was on the sidewalk that tried to push me. The one I told you I went in the snow. They waited for me to post. As soon as my head come up, they springboarded and flew. They barreled down that sidewalk, and they had a confused look on their face. I flipped the awkward. That could have gone a whole different way. As soon as I looked up, they coming right into me, just to get close to me. You got to watch those follows, and follows are hard to prove in court, which is why that case never got nowhere. Which is why I don't report any of mine. But you got to look out for yourself. Find a way to handle your follows without going to jail. Don't take the law to your own hands and try to harm these people, because that ain't gonna go well for you. I don't try to harm my follows, but I try to keep distance there. Somebody should have advocated for Princess Diana a little bit harder. Her sons should have. This is why I don't have a personal relationship with the royals, but I have no choice but to help them in my ongoing home, and I help them because the family, they just some insensitive assholes, and I could talk this way right here, but I couldn't talk to them like that, you know. I won't rule anything out. They might force me to say, "What do you really think of us?" My name is William. And he do kind of talk like that. He talks like that. And Prince William and the Battle of the Brothers, who gets the throne when the old man croaks. This is how legacy works. This is how dynasty works. You know, they just waiting on him to die so they can have the crown. Sounds insensitive, but that's how it works. And then they sons already looking like they ready to be king. They'd be stupid not to, because you don't get nowhere in life being a peasant. So watch those follows. Just find a legal way to deal with your follows, and remember the battle for the mind. Those follows are also a mind game. A lot of these people, when they're looking at me, it's that idiot grin I told you. It's not like some people grin at me and we laughing because I'm laughing at something they said that's funny. They laughing at something I said that's funny, whether it was online or spiritual or I said it right then. So some people, they laugh and that's why they laughing. But some people, if you see somebody on the street and they just laughing, walking around like an idiot and nobody said nothing funny, it's a certain look they have about them when they just Looney Tunes laughter. You need to beware. And they looking right at you as they laughing and ain't nobody said nothing funny. And you know it ain't the fact that they thought about something maybe they thought about something somebody said or you said, you know that's not the reason they laughing. You need to try not to make eye contact. Sometimes it's hard because they staring a hole through you, but try not to make eye contact. That's how that guy was at the library behind me. I was scared I did not make eye contact with him. It was hard, but I did not. He was luckily I did not get him any of my footage. Normally I run a camera the whole time I'm at the library, but I did not run for my own reasons. I haven't been running my footage the same. I did not film him. I filmed myself to protect myself and my loved ones, but I don't want nobody getting me into any legal trouble, so I've been careful about how I film. I make sure my films only pertain to me and my loved ones, like I'm not filming nobody else. And because for legal reasons, there's certain places you can film in America and certain places you can't, and I don't want nobody trying to report me saying I filmed them unlawfully, so I have not been filming the way I used to film out in public. Changed it up a bit. So I wasn't filming him, but anyway, and thank God, because he looked like the kind that report you. He's the creeper, but he report you. He'll flip the awkward and report you. So I did not make eye contact with this guy. I did not and he was just sitting there laughing and had this weird look on his face like an idiot. And I'm like, and he followed me when I went out, but luckily, I'm not going to say who helped me. I had some help. It was somebody who I least expected to help me, saw it, and the look this person gave me was like, I'm glad you're safe, and I'm looking like, I'm glad you're safe. I'm going to say no more. And so yeah, just take those follows seriously. Take the follows. He waited for me to go out and be alone, which he thought I was alone, and just sitting there grinning like an idiot, like Vince Carter on the video games, just standing there. It's a glitch in the PlayStation. Vince Carter used to stand there and grin like an idiot on the PlayStation. I ain't got time to get into all that, but that's how that dude was just standing there grinning like an idiot. If you see somebody who look unstable like that, you need to step it back. Don't make eye contact. You don't want a situation where you eyeballing me. Or does it look like, because I like to look at people, and I've noticed other people, several who like to look at people, not in an offensive way. You just like to look around you. You have two eyes. You want to use them and look at it and observe. But some people will take that as you eyeballing them. So this idiot type I'm telling you about, he will construe you as eyeballing him. Do not make eye contact. Unless he asks you a direct question. And then you get the nut job that says, look me in my eye when I'm talking to you. You get that. That nut job is equally scary as the you eyeballing me. Which is it? Do you want me to look at you and eyeball you? You want me to look away? Shit, I don't know. So you get these two screw jobs, you're just done. I've encountered several here in Chicago. Don't look over there, I'm over here. And you talking to a woman like that, and it's not always on the surface. It's sometimes somebody who you wouldn't think would talk like this. So you get, I got some tips and tricks on how to get out of that shit in person. I can tell you how to. You get the guy who just like to go around beating up on everybody because he ugly, and he like to say that's what I'm getting at. He like to say offensive shit because he like to get into brawls. That's the kind of guys I've been running into. They like to just say offensive shit, get you off balance, and get into brawls with you. I can show you that some of them don't look the part. Like this one that said, "I'm not over here. Look over here." He did not look the part of, I was trying to show him something and tell him to look over here, and he didn't look the part of somebody who would be offensive. These guys are getting sneakier and he sounded like he wanted to beat up on me, and you just need to be careful, and because a lot of these people are no telling like what was on their mind when they woke up in the morning. Maybe they thought about committing a crime, and maybe they saw you as a potential target. And, you got to think beyond the moment. Like, think beyond, he's been offensive to me, even though I'm offended and I got feelings. I want to think about what can happen next, what happened before I got here, and you need to kind of try to back your way out. That's what I did. I had to back my way out of that moment with him. Even though I knew he was wrong, I had to not cower, but make it seem like it was my fault. Oh, yeah, you kind of have to play him to survive him like you would negotiators do. They come in and talk to shooters. It don't always work. Sometimes your negotiators get shot, but when you fighting for your life, you are begging for your life. You're gonna have to come up with some tips and tricks. But so what am my whole point? He might have had some shit on his mind when he woke up in the morning. Maybe he had a plot. I'm not gonna get into different plots because I don't want to get my Facebook taken over by the FBI. And in my vision, it gets taken over by the FBI, and they always in and out. They in my profile for information. So I'm not gonna get into different plots, but let's say the man woke up with a plot on his mind, and you happen to fit the plot. That's why he picked you, and that's why he said the offensive thing to you. So before he can, as the cop told me, before he can complete his plot, you need to be making your own plot, thinking about how to get away from this guy. So you need to, somebody that ever offends you in any kind of way and you're uncomfortable in any form, fashion, or format, if it don't matter what was said, if you're uncomfortable, then you're uncomfortable. That's what he told me. You need to be thinking about, because I have no choice but to keep it vague because we're in America. But let's just say he woke up with a list of things he wanted to do that day. And I've heard, I'm not gonna say who told me, I've heard people say that if they had gone to this store, if they had gone to that building, that could have been them. Could have been them that was a part of his plot. So what I'm saying is, you wake up every day, not like a whack job. You woke up and wanted to go to the store and get a jug of milk. This is how every black cinema movie starts out. I'm in my 40s now. He may have had an idea and a plot of other things on his mind when he went to that same store. I'm not going to get into what those things, crimes he wanted to commit. Now, I remember what I want to say to you. This guy that gave me issues at this place, I'm not going to say where I was at, this city. Why you looking over there? I was there to get goods, services. I'm not gonna even. It's even dangerous to say what I was there for, because then you would know where I was at. And so sorry, baby, I didn't mean to do the tongue thing, Kylie. So other people have other shit on their minds. Don't let yourself be a victim. Let yourself be a victor. Joe Austin said that. Victor, minus all the crime talk. I like crime. I like talking about not Zuckerberg. What's that other guy's name? Koberger. And people love it when I pronounce big words. And so other things might be, you see this in school shootings. That's a good example of something that already happened. I can't get in trouble for saying, as long as I tread lightly on the thin ice. You have, like, say, everybody else came to school. Mostly everybody else came to school because that's what they did every day. You go to school to get your lesson, but this whack job came to school with the intention. I'm talking about all your past shooters. They came to school with the intent to shoot the place up, shoot some people up. Be careful in your comings and goings. You are going out. Everybody got their own particular reasons for being out. Sometimes the cops will ask you. I've had cops ask me, well, why were you out? And I didn't know it till now, but somebody probably called or you raised suspicion some kind of way. So watch how you talk to your police. They can do that. That's not a crime to pull your van on foot or in a car, ask you, why were you out? So my whole point is, not everybody who is showing up at your particular checkpoints is there for the same reasons you there. I go to the library because I'm using the Wi-Fi. Not everybody showed up for the same reason. Some people showing up for some sneaky shit. Some people got some other shit on their mind. So you need to be ready for shit to pop off at any time. You need to be the people who die in these shootings and these crimes. Find out what they did wrong. I'm telling you what I'm doing right. When I go to the library, I'm always ready for some shit to pop off. And it's not just the library. When I go out, when I'm in my home, my own home, in my own apartment, I'm always thinking about the what if. Cop told me that. And he said, you always got to think about the what if. So, that's my whole point. Is people have other things on their mind. You didn't show up for the same reasons. And I used to have the trouble working for the American public. Some people show up for dates. Some people show up for... it's a free world, free country for the most part. You could go anywhere, be who you want to be. People go out for different reasons. You go into a store, like I said, for a jug of milk, and you got some guys, that's the only way they could try to get a date. They go into the store to try to pick up women because they don't know how to pick up women otherwise. So you just gotta, I say keep to yourself. I keep to myself. Sometimes you just gotta trust the Lord's timing. I've been waiting for a long time for God to tell me you don't have to talk to everybody that you I had to trust his timing on that though. And then at the same token, I'm working for somebody who's gonna make me talk to people who I don't want to talk to. But I'm not gonna get into who that is right now. I don't have time to get into all that, but he pays me well to do it. So he don't want me talking to people anymore for free. He wants me to get paid for it, and so it's just, you just gotta be careful. Be careful, because not everybody is in this apartment building for the same reason. I moved in here because I need a place to stay. And some people, same thing, place to stay. But some people, I ain't gonna get into who those people are. Same thing, looking for a date, trying to get sex. It's just different reasons. But sometimes you gotta just call a spade out, let people know what your intentions are. Mine, I did not move in this apartment for sex. I mean, if it happens, that's great. DJ was a bonus. I didn't plan that. I didn't move into this apartment to get a date. I moved into this apartment because I needed a place to stay. And so if you moved in here for a different intention, you barking up the wrong bush. And same thing with the library. If you come in there for a date, you trying to date me, you coming in there for sex, hey, if I get sex while I'm there, I don't mean like at the library. I mean like we go someplace else. Hey, that's a bonus, but that's not why I'm at the library. That's not why I'm there. I'm there for the Wi-Fi. So you're barking up the wrong bush if you're coming up there following me and you meeting me thinking something else is going to happen, and you're barking up the wrong bush. So this is what I wish somebody would have told me about life earlier. I mean, I'm still early on, but I'm not like 15 years old or so, which somebody told me when I was a teenager. But it's not too late for me. People go out for different reasons. People go to different buildings for different reasons. You need to make sure you're mingling with the people who are on the same page with you, who feel the same way you feel. You feel me? And I'm gonna leave you with that because I don't want to be at the library downloading too many videos, and I'm already wanting to go back to sleep, take a little nap. What my mom said. My mom used to always say, "You don't have to rush off," and just protect yourself. Women when I had cars. Some guys looking shady will see me pulled over and stop, try to help. Be careful of who, you know, the naive of a woman. You gotta be careful. Who is he up under there tearing it up? Tearing their car up. Is he? You need to be careful as a woman because men see it as an opportunity. Not all men. Not all men. Some men really want to get you. Some men want you to be safe. Some men like you not homeless. Some men like you in cars that work. And I'm getting old now, and I haven't stamped the whole world as against me. That's the depression talking when I feel that way. It's not the whole world. So some men actually will help you get your car running, and they insist, and they might give you some cash, and they like seeing you not on the streets homeless. The whole world ain't against you, but that's what it can feel like. So just be careful. It's not just when you're homeless. Be careful when you're in your car. Even if your car ain't giving you issues, men like to accost you and panhandle. They'll wait while you're distracted, open your door up. Hey, I've seen some men do it while the cars is moving in traffic. I've never seen, I ain't gonna rule it out, but I ain't seen no cops. When this one guy does it, he's up and down 63rd in traffic, and he's doing it. So if you want to get married to opposite sex, it's some men out there that treat you right. They don't want to see you on the streets. They don't want to see you walking. They want to see you in a car. And they're not all. I'm not like how I used to be when I was with Kyle. Kyle made me hate men. I'm not with Kyle anymore. And some men want you to feel safe. They want you to feel secure in a safe home, and not a rental, a house. They want you in a car, not a rental that's yours, or have you a driver that can act as a security guard wherever you go. So I'm not like anti-men anymore because then I got away from the ones that left me sour. And there are some that want you to feel safe, that are not caring, that are friendly gay men who have partners and kids, and they are filled with love. Not all gay men are unfriendly. That is a myth. And the ones that are unfriendly make it hard for the gays who are friendly. But the ones who, I've talked to them, the ones who hate me, they're unfriendly, is because I'm not afraid to live my life. And they're too cowardice to live their life and actually be gay and come out the closet, and that's why they hate me, because they are afraid to be their true selves. And they hate me because I'm living the gay life, and they just were unfriendly and going around. And so just be cautious. People who I never thought would help me are helping me right now. And try to remember, when you go out, I'll leave you with this. Not everybody is out for the same reasons. Not everybody, if you're renting, not everybody inside your dwelling is inside the rental for the same reason. Some people, some criminals, Jeffrey Dahmer, moved into his apartment to store his evidence. I'm not going to get into the details of that because it's sickening and not everybody can handle that. I enjoy talking about crime stuff. Some of it, I guess, I can't handle. It's too sickening for me, but I'm going to tell you, his whole means for that apartment was to store evidence. So people have different reasons for having apartments. So don't just think that everybody was like you and just happy to get off the streets. You need to be careful who you talk to in your rentals. And I'm going to tell you how sick I am. This goes Maybe not right now, cause I can't think of what I want to tell you. When I told you I was looking at the doctor, draw my blood, and they looking at me like most people don't want to look at it, but I'm looking at it. We going when I remember what the fuck I was gonna tell you. Oh, I just remembered fire ants. I used to like. I don't want my brothers to be the only one to know I enjoyed torching all them fire ants. I don't want Featherfest to be the only people that I tell that to. I enjoyed exacting revenge when they lit my ass, when them damn fire ants lit my ass up. And I exacted some. As far as I know, you're not breaking any laws to torch ants because it's not an animal. But don't you correct me if I'm wrong. The ants might have rights. In America, we might be there to where you can Karen. If you an ant, the ants can Karen me. So it's too late. Cat's out the bag. I didn't know, but another thing you gotta watch is the arson law. Since but we was on my mother's property and we was in a place where you could. I was a child at that age. I won't rule nothing out, even though I was a child. The law still could come back on me. But this is how sick I am. I enjoyed burning those ant beds with gasoline and using my brothers as minions to make them do my dirty work because they lit us all up. And they lit my mama up, and I said, I got it. I'm going to be the exterminator, but it's going to be like an exterminator you ain't never seen in your lifetime until now. And I poured gasoline, told my brother, pour gasoline on them ant bed. About to torch these motherfuckers and took some matches. That's how you know you mean business. You got them long stem matches. You ain't fucking around. We use them. I said step back. Then when you put that shit down, step back. Then we step back. And that's how sick I am because I enjoyed it. There was some other shit I was gonna tell you, but that I have to do for now.